Nope, we're almost there. Hi, everybody. This is Nicole Cecil, and I'm coming to you live tonight from our private group. And this is Inner Wealth Today. Thank you so much for joining. Tonight, we're talking about our very first seed sound mantra, right? That is part of our 30-day mantra series. And we're super pumped about it. This is where we start really using our tools, our entire body to engage our ability to impart subtle frequencies, subtle energies. The Bible says that the world was created when there was the spoken word, right? God said, let there be light, and there was light. Well, science has actually found that the entire universe can be traced back to 3 elemental sounds of creation. And that makes sense, doesn't it? If you are familiar with the TV and you're familiar with lighting and theater and just art in general, there's a color spectrum. And we know that all of these variations of color all come from basic RBG, red, blue, green color palettes, right? Or is it red, yellow, blue? Red, blue, green. Yes. And correct me if I'm wrong. There are 3 basic colors that make up all the variations of color. And what do we know about color? That it is a vibrational manifestation of frequency reflected by light. So that right there tells you that sound is creative. Sound is the element that creates vibrational friction. That when light reflects off of those friction stimulated particles, you have color. So, and of course, you can see gamma rays that are red, that are what we relate to the root chakra. They're very large, long, red gamma rays. And then, of course, they can go the full spectrum to where you're hitting even infrared, right? Ultraviolet light is just a very, very, very high pitched frequency. And so we know that the sound we create resonates with the elements of creation. If you look at the spoken word, what can you make if you don't move your tongue? What sounds can you make with the basic sounds? You can say, right? Is one. If you had no tongue whatsoever, you would say, And if you had maybe the inspiration to make another sound, what else can you make? You could possibly make ooh, right? Or but no tongue. No tongue is involved. Just ooh, and ah. So those 3 sounds, actually, if you put them all together, what are they? Ah, ooh, That's Om. That is the very element, the core frequency of all other sounds, all other languages. They all start with Om. And so when you chant or just meditate on a mantra, it begins to take and cause frequential variation. People say, I don't know how to change my frequency. How do I raise my frequency? It's a mystery. I don't know. Yeah. That is done through certain methods that apply the elements of creation. Some of these can be done through very pure resonant sound. Some are done through other elements like stones that hold pure resonant frequency. Other methods can be aromatherapy or even holding a shape, right? We know that geometric shapes are created when sound stimulates a surface. Say, if there is like just powder on a metal plate, scientists have used sound frequencies, solfeggio scales, to affect beads or powder, any kind of dry matter on a surface like a metal plate that has high resonance. And the shapes, the geometric shapes that are created from those sound frequencies actually mean or translate to that sound, so that you know that Om is actually represented with a circle. It is the element of creation that is Om, right? And if you look at the sun, that shape in astrology is a circle, and of course with a dot in it. That is profound because we know scientists have recorded the sound of the sun as being Om. So it's super powerful to know that the elements of creation are within you and you are a creator, and that you can replicate these and affect your entire life prophetically. So, that said, I want to go into just a little bit of detail here, that phonetically, the sounds that we utilize the basic shape structures that are very, very infantile for the mouth. You know, certain ancient languages like Arabic, they have a lot of inflection of and and then, of course, when the King James version of the Bible was translated into English, we now take what was, you know, the sign off, and we say amen in American culture. And so it's just a twist and an added variation from the linguistics that develop culturally. But these are so powerful. And I just want you to be invited that you are ready now as you are. There's nothing you have to do to change. You are able to take these very basic tools and massively make waves to change the rest of your life by starting with what's on the inside. As we know, as within, so without. Okay, so today, again, we'd like to focus on the seed sound of Om. And a lot of analysis has gone into creating an understanding what Om means. And they've said the ah in Om is very masculine, and the ooh in Om is also very feminine. And the represents just the very matter of things, the very culmination of the essence. So the 3D and subtle energies translated into matter. Another variation on that is that you're inviting the grand divine feminine and the grand divine masculine, and you're meeting them and you're joining them together as one, creating unity field consciousness in the body, which is powerful. And so you're welcoming that powerful creative force. It's like a greeting, and it's almost like a prayer. A lot of times people think that they're calling out to an existential being or existence, and some people realize that this is also a calling out to the higher self, where we are actually all linked up to non-local consciousness. So as we go on this 30-day journey and we break down these huge, gorgeous mantras, we get to realize that whether we're saying them out loud by chanting them, or we're letting them echo on the inside of us in a sacred silence and an awareness, they allow us to take the mind and cease it from spinning and pirouetting, as Russell Brand would say, around in casual rotating thoughts, and bring them all back into the now, into where all of the future and all of the past all meet in the present. It's all contained. You are everything you've ever been, and you are everything you ever will be, which is why it's so important to release the anxiety around reaching for what you've yet to get and holding on to what you've transitioned away from or need to transition away from. And mantras are a great way to enable the mind to do that. So let's begin. We'll start by taking a great big inhale. Sip a little more air in. Hold it. And exhale. Excellent. And now inhale again through the nose. Sip a little more in. Really expand. Feel that energy of this exercise. Hold. And exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Once more. Sip a little more in. And exhale with a smile. Beautiful. And now we're ready for Om. Allowing the drishti or the gaze to be softened. Take our inhale for Om. And when you're ready, Om. And be invited just to sit in the silence of what you've created. Feel free to take the chin mudra, where the ether, the spirit, and the mind bow together and meet, and you transcend all the other elements of creation. You can relax, make the shape of Om. Just inhale for 3 more rounds of Om. And when you're ready, Om. Inhale. Om. Oh. Whatever came up today, whatever is pressing for your attention, with its last round of Om, allow yourself to disengage and be as present as you've ever been. Just focusing on and welcoming all the answers, all the wisdom, and the completion of every endeavor, every challenge, every transition. All things contained in this present moment. Inhale once more for the last round of Om. All that is, ever was, and ever will be. So it is. So let it be. Return to stillness. All things are complete. The destiny is already laid out. And as you align with your most reintegrated self, valuing even the sound from your lips, even the rest in your mind, and the stillness in your spirit. So all chaos around you also comes to a standstill, and you are able to conduct like a conductor conducts an orchestra. Your life is your song. I've enjoyed this moment with you today. I can't wait to hear back from you guys. Let me know how this blessed you today. And Yeah. To your inner wealth today, all my love. Until next time. Bye.